Hello and welcome to Gamma Phi Beta International Headquarters. My name is Elizabeth and I will be your virtual tour guide today. Since 1992, Gamma Phi Beta International Headquarters has called Centennial, Colorado home. In fact, we are the only interfraternal organization headquartered in colorful Colorado. The business side of the Gamma Phi Beta sorority, foundation, and facilities management company all operate out of our beautiful office space. Upon entering the building, visitors are greeted by a rock that's inscribed with Gamma Phi Beta's motto, "Founded on a Rock." A popular way to commemorate one's visit to international headquarters is by taking a photo next to this rock. Don't forget to do so next time you're in Colorado and tag us on social media at Gamma Phi Beta Sorority. Just behind the rock is Sisterhood Plaza, a courtyard made up of bricks honoring donations by sisters, chapters, friends, and family. The waxing crescent moon formed by the white bricks is a symbol of our ever-growing sisterhood. Our first stop inside is the vestibule. Here, we exhibit the names of numerous donors who contributed $1,000 or more to the Capital Endowment campaign. This campaign enabled us to build our office in Colorado. We also exhibit the names of 1874 Society members in the vestibule. These members have donated $1,874 every year for the past 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and so on. Past the foyer is the Gallery and Sorority Museum. Let's start off at what I like to call the beginnings wall. Headshots of Gamma Phi Beta's four founders, Mary A. Bingham, E. Adeline Curtis, Helen M. Dodge, and Frances E. Haven, hang above an antique chest at the beginnings wall. Within the standing chest are artifacts that date back to Gamma Phi Beta's founding year. These include the original Alpha Chapter minutes and Constitution. On the opposite wall are historic photos on display. This includes Gamma Phi Beta's start at Syracuse University, Alpha Chapter, and our first 8 collegiate chapters installed prior to 1900. Those chapters include Beta Chapter at the University of Michigan, Gamma Chapter at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, Delta Chapter at Boston University, Epsilon Chapter at Northwestern University, Zeta Chapter at Goucher College, Eta Chapter at the University of California, Berkeley, and finally, Theta Chapter at the University of Denver. Historic artifacts are arranged chronologically and proudly shown in display cases that encircle our gallery area. These items demonstrate the rich heritage of Gamma Phi Beta's membership and the cherished traditions of our organization. I will point out a few items in each case, but I encourage you to explore more about our history online at gammaphibeta.org/about-us/history. First stop, display case number 1. Here you'll find a photo of Clara Warden. Clara was the first Gamma Phi Beta initiate in March 1875. There's also a photo of Syracuse professor John Jackson Brown. Dr. Brown offered his study for the founders to conduct the first meetings of the sorority. They then decided to change the sorority's official color from light blue to light and dark brown in his honor. The first issue of the Crescent magazine, published in 1900, also lives in display case number 1. Did you know that each issue of the Crescent is available online? Check out the evolution of our beloved sorority publication by visiting gpbarchives.org. One of the first things you'll notice in display case number 2 is the Canadian flag. Gamma Phi Beta became an international sorority when its first Canadian chapter, Alpha Alpha at the University of Toronto, was installed in 1919. There's also a guest book from Omicron chapter at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. If you look closely, you'll see President Woodrow Wilson's signature. The president visited the chapter and signed the guest book in 1917. And fun fact, President Woodrow Wilson's 2 daughters initiated Gamma Phi Beta at Zeta Chapter at Goucher College. Display case number 3 houses a gold coin purse from 1935 adorned with Gamma Phi Beta's crest, as well as a few pink carnations because pink was voted the sole color for the sorority's flower in 1950, and Gammybug, a cute ladybug-like caricature who was a proposed mascot for the sorority. In the fourth and final display case, you'll find a necklace that was worn by members to celebrate the sorority's 100th anniversary in 1974. There's also a diamond memento from the 75th convention, which was themed Elevate. This convention was held in Denver, Colorado. World War I and II memorabilia is affixed to our philanthropy wall to showcase how Gamma Phi Beta made a significant impact during these wars and how philanthropy has always been the lifeblood of the sorority. The photo on the far left is of 2 Belgium orphans of the war. These orphans were supported by members in the sorority's war relief project, the Belgium Milk Bottle Campaign. This campaign ran from July 1918 to September 1919. The poster on the upper right and treasury certificate located just below it give recognition to the sorority from the U.S. government for aiding in war relief by selling $15 million in war bonds. The last stop on our tour is a display of historic badges. These badges were commissioned before jewel options became standardized, making each extremely unique. Badges on the bottom row are much larger than the ones above them and have a white crescent moon instead of black. That's because these belong to members of International Council, formerly called Grand Council. That's a wrap on the Gamma Phi Beta International Headquarters tour. Thank you so much for tuning in today to learn more about the sorority's storied past and get a virtual look inside our office space. And remember, you can always learn more about our history online by visiting gammaphibeta.org/history.